I remember the sound more than the words. The metallic clink of my fork against the plate when I set it down. The faint scrape of my chair on the hardwood as I stood. The silence that followed, sharp, deliberate, louder than their voices could ever be. I didn't defend myself, didn't look back, didn't even breathe until I was in my car with the door shut, the muffled laughter of my brother still echoing in my head. I drove home that night without turning the radio on. My hands were steady on the wheel, but in my chest, something shifted, like a lock clicking open. They hadn't always been like this. When I was a kid, my mom used to say I was quiet but sharp. She meant it as a compliment. My dad would ruffle my hair, tell me I had an old soul. My brother, 3 years older, was the loud one, the golden one, the one who broke curfew and wrecked his first car but still got a smile and a boys will be boys. I didn't mind the imbalance, not back then. I studied, I worked, I stayed out of trouble. I thought, naively, that doing everything right would keep me safe from their cruelty. But things changed when my dad's business started slipping. Money got tight. Suddenly my achievements didn't matter. My quiet wasn't sharp anymore. It was ungrateful. My independence was selfish. My brother's recklessness became stress. Mine became burden. I didn't see it as betrayal at first. Families fight. Words get said. But Thanksgiving night, when they looked at me like I was a guest who'd overstayed my welcome, was the moment I realized they weren't just careless. They were comfortable hurting me. The thing about me, I don't do dramatic exits for nothing. When I walked out that night, I wasn't running away. I was making room to plan. They thought I was still the quiet kid in the corner. What they forgot was that I'd been listening for years. Listening when my dad complained about the stress of the mortgage. Listening when my mom bragged about how lucky they were that I'd gotten a stable job at the bank. Listening when my brother slipped about the temporary business loan he took out in my dad's name. I never said a word, but I remembered everything. The first step was simple. Stop helping. No more quietly transferring a little money to their account when bills ran short. No more smoothing over my brother's late payments by adjusting due dates. No more bailing them out without them even asking. The second step required patience. My brother's loan, the one he was handling, I knew it wasn't being paid. I knew the penalties were stacking like bricks on his back. I also knew my dad had co-signed it. I just let it grow. The third step was timing. My mom had a habit of calling me only when she needed something. So when she called one afternoon, sugary sweet, asking if I could help out just this once, I agreed, on one condition. I needed my name removed from everything. The house, the joint account, even the emergency contact list for my dad's business. I framed it as wanting to be fully independent. She liked the sound of that. Independence meant she could tell people I wasn't part of the family drama. By the end of that week, my name was gone. Then I waited. It didn't take long. 2 weeks before Christmas, my brother's loan defaulted. My dad's credit tanked. Payments on the house were already behind. I imagine the first mortgage notice came like a warning shot. The second, a threat. By the third, my dad probably had trouble sleeping. The call came on a Thursday evening. I was making tea when my phone lit up. "Why is the mortgage unpaid?" His voice was sharp, clipped. I could hear my mom in the background, demanding to know if I'd been selfish again. I sipped my tea before answering. "Ask your pride and joy," I said. Silence. Then, click. They didn't call again, but the fallout wasn't quiet. Through the grapevine, I heard about the arguments. My brother blaming my dad for co-signing. My dad blaming my mom for defending him. My mom blaming outside influences. No one blamed themselves. By January, the house was listed. The business, already fragile, folded. My brother moved in with a friend. My parents rented a smaller place. Me? I stayed exactly where I was, debt-free, untouched, and very, very quiet. People assume revenge feels like fireworks. It doesn't. It's quieter than that. More precise. It's my dad's voice cracking on the phone. It's my brother avoiding me in public. It's my mom not having the courage to ask for help anymore. I didn't ruin them. I just stopped holding them up. Let gravity do the rest. And I slept better than I had in years. Because here's the thing they never understood. I was never a burden. I was the backbone. And the moment I stepped away, the whole structure came down. Not with a bang, but with the slow, inevitable collapse of something built on arrogance and rot. Now, they live with the consequences. I live with peace. And every Thanksgiving.